Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video I will convey the Global Lab update notes of September 18, 2023. A beautiful Global Lab with incredible details awaits us. Let's go and check what we have for this week. I want to start with this week's biggest topic, War of the Roses. I will continue directly from the images without expressing my opinions. So how to apply to participate in the War of the Roses? Up to 100 guild members, alliance members, or heroes belonging to the leader guild of each faction can participate. All guilds and alliances that have won at least one tier 4 or tier 5 node or siege war over a 2 weeks period can apply participate. If you win each node war and siege war, you will earn leader points for tier 4 1 point, tier 5 3 points, and the siege 10 points. And you will be eligible to participate using the leader points accumulated over 2 weeks. To apply for participation, 10 billion silver guild funds are required, and in the case of the alliance, 10 billion silver guild funds are consumed by the alliance leader guild. If you are not selected as a leader guild after applying for participation, guild funds can be returned through the return button. Among the guilds and alliance that applied for participation during the participation application period, the 2 guilds and alliance with the highest leader score will be selected as the leader guild and can participate in the War of the Roses. If the leader scores are the same, it will be randomly selected from among the relevant guilds of Federation. The selected leader guilds cannot select the Kamasylvia or the Lita faction, and it is selected at random. After being selected as a leader guild, you can participate in the War of the Roses by pressing the participation application button in the guild information window. You can change your participation or non-participation in the war until it starts in the War of the Roses. However, as with the node war and siege war rules, it is not possible to change from the participation to non-participation after the War of the Rose begins. So let's talk about the Third Legion thing. Up to 100 people from each faction can participate in the Third Legion. The Third Legion can apply for participation if the summary of the indicated AP and DP, which means gear score, is 680 gear score or more. The indicated attack power is added to based on the higher value of the main weapon or awakening weapon. The Third Legion will be selected at random from those who apply to participate. To apply for participation, 500 million silver coins of personal funds are required. If you are not selected for the Third Legion, your personal funds can be returned through the return button. Reverse strength of the Third Legion. In addition to those selected for the Third Corps, which means Third Legion, some participants will be organized as reverse forces. In the War of Roses, each faction consists of 300 people, including the leader guild and the Third Legion. If a specific faction does not have 300 people, reverse forces are eligible to participate. So let's talk about how it begins. There is no safe zone in the area where the War of Roses is taking place, and all areas are classified as combat zones. When the War of Roses begins, the Black Spirit Rage level will be reset for all participants. The commander of each faction's leader guild can select 3 ADs to assist the commander. The War of Roses can be won by defeating the commander NPC, Narcilian and Saphir within the castle of the order of each camp, Kamasylvia and Ulukita. You can check in both images. There are total 20 sanctuaries in the War of the Roses, and a monster appears in each sanctuary. Immediately after the War of the Roses begins, neutral monsters, Reformed and a Calc, will appear each sanctuary. To occupy each sanctuary, you must kill the monster that appears in each sanctuary. When you kill a monster, an ally monster from the faction you belong to appears, and the monsters that appear are fixed for each sanctuary. I actually don't know you can use these mobs as a pet, we will see. You must occupy the sanctuary in order, starting from the closest sanctuary connected to the castle of your faction. Even if you kill monster in unconnected sanctuaries, you cannot occupy the sanctuary. However, there is only one neutral sanctuary, Spirit's Altar, that can be occupied by injection the Black Spirit's Rage into the monster that appears in the altar. Interesting mechanic. Occupying each sanctuary grants a passive effect to entire camp, 50 AP, 50 DR, DSR 2.5, additional area 10 seconds, 10 resist, 2k HP, 10 movement speed, 5 attack speed, and etc. And also, Ancient Chariot Elephant units appears, and it grants Spirit Protection effect. Spirit Protection provides a powerful effect that helps you conquer the castle for a certain period of the time. When participants in the War of the Roses die, they can be resurrected by selecting the occupied sanctuary on the tactical map, and they can choose between two methods: quick resurrection in 30 seconds and normal resurrection in 45 seconds. A quick resurrection will revive you with a 30% of your maximum HP instead of slow resurrection. A normal resurrection will revive you 100% HP instead of quick resurrection. Commanders and the ADs can view the location of the all friendly forces on the tactical map, as well as the location of the enemy forces within the visible field of the view. Commanders can use commander-specific skill function and assign missions of the 3rd Legion on the tactical map. The unit commanders of each unit can only check the location of their unit members, including themselves, on the tactical map, and cannot check the location of the enemy unit. Unit members of each unit and the members of the 3rd Legion can only check their own location on the tactical map. Finally, the tactical map on the screen, a huge map full of waiting for us. Please leave your thoughts about this battle in the comment section. The second topic of this week is about ocean. Required materials for the FRA sailboat and the frigate have been reduced by 50%. Developers are trying to buff the barter system every week. It seems that it would be nice if barter finally gets a buff to its income. Our third topic is about red battlefield changes. When entering the RBF, the Valencia and the Castle Ruins, the strong protection effect has been changed to automatically apply. Accordingly, red battlefield quartermaster DAS has been changed to no longer provide protection. The duration of the powerful protection effect has been changed from 16 seconds to 8 seconds. For abandoned castle side, it has been changed so that the opponents cannot approach to the attack or attacked in the inside of the watchtower when the respawn and starting the point is located. When you enter the battle area from the watchtower entrance, you automatically receive strong protection. For Valencia City, the starting location of the Black Desert theme has been changed, as you can see on the right side. The location has been adjusted to be closer to the capture area 5 than before. Accordingly, the respawn area has been changed to no longer accessible from the nearby buildings, and the opponent's attacks have been changed to not be applied. Our fourth topic is about gathering. When collecting sap, the number of success in the Green Artisan Gathering minigame has been adjusted. Even if you achieve fewer minigame success, you will succeed in collecting 10 times. Finally, a step has been taken to stack the secret song item. I'm very happy about this. The fifth topic is about Offin. Murmok destroyed Offin that has reappeared after reorganizing his elements. A Watcher of Intad no longer protects himself through Offin's barrier. The pattern of having destroyed Offin's barrier using mesh locks, etc. has been removed. In the event of the instability in the elements that make up Watcher of Intad, he mounts the Murmok destroyed Offin to protect himself. When Watcher of Intad directly participates in the battle, if his health drops below 50%, he will board Murmok destroyed Offin again. For the weapon box, they increase the drop chance 2.25 times, for Voltarabel 2.5 times, and for Mythical Feather it's double, which is pretty big buffs, and there are tons of buffs for the other items. You can check them if you want. A new quest line has been added to the Ulukita region. After completing the Valencia Dawn of the New Era, the last main quest in the Valencia region, you can begin accepting the Ulukita pre-quest. We have few changes about Siege and Node Wars. Improvements have been made so that the build Invincible Flag can be removed during a Node War and Siege War. However, the removal Invincible Flag will be destroyed. When the guild on the Siege side destroys the outer and the inner gates during the Siege War, the available outer and the inner gate resurrection have been removed. The siege side can be resurrected at the outer and inner gate as before. When the outer and the inner gates are destroyed, the occupation war time is extended as before. Among the Kadri Elephant attack skill that can be used in Node and Siege Wars, the attack range and the movements of the skills has been changed as follows. For charge skill, attack distance increased by approximately 1.42 times while charging, changed from the frontal to surrounding circular attack. Front foot skill, I think this is F skill, attack distance increased by approximately 1.86 times, improved sense of speed and hitting point of the downward strike part. When riding the horse of another adventurer who has learned the two-person riding two-seater skill, you can now use Shift R keys to ride it. The cooldown of the guild's Gather heal for the Call Everyone decreased from 11 hours to 4 hours. Let's check the UI changes. Among the other adventures choice UI, the enhancement probability that was selected the most have been improved to emphasize this. A function that links to Walk's advice selection window when clicking on the probability has been added. The grade filter in the worker lists has been improved to display colors appropriate for each grade. It has been improved so that when a new adventurer who can use the newbie's bag opens the bag in the inventory, the newbie's bag also opens. Okay, from this point on, you will find plus changes. I try to translate all skills correctly one by one, and every week I'm trying to translate them correctly and convey them to you. I won't read all one by one. I hope you guys like my contents. Do not forget, BDO is just a game. Have a nice game.